Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? So I'm sorry that I'm coming so late with another video. I've been super busy, and yeah. Anyways, so for today's video, I'm pretty much going to be showing you how I keep my long-lasting face on, not all the rest of the junk, but just my little face with my foundation, color correctors, and what I use. I have gotten a lot of questions about it, and I kind of just wanted to specify on what I use and what is good, what I use every day for a contour, and what is long lasting and helps me during the day. So here's a couple tips before we get to the rest. Make sure you have a setting spray if anything. It's such a big deal and it really will help you. Also, make sure that when you do foundation, do not put a lot of foundation on. Kind of put it on your brush and just kind of like dot it on there and just put it on, and it will last you longer and it will look a lot better and it will blend a lot better. So those are just kind of like little tips. I'll be explaining more as the video goes. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way. I appreciate all the love and support. Again, I'm sorry I'm late. I will be doing a Valentine's Day look, so stay tuned for that one. So let's get started on this little look I got going on. Okay, so when I start my day and I'm getting ready and I am going to put some makeup on, I always start with a color corrector. Why? Because color correctors hide all the things you don't want to see. Even if you have foundation on and you have your powder on and all that cool stuff, you still will always get that makeup that eventually comes off, and you don't see it too much. So all the things you don't want to see, you usually end up seeing by the end of the day of whatever you're doing, and I don't personally like that. So I use a orange color corrector. I use it all under here and here for my redness, so that is what I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to take this, and I'm also going to take a toothbrush brush. Okay, these are really popular, and a lot of people ask me what I use to do this. Well, this is what I use. Okay, I use the same one also for my foundation. So because I found for me that when I put it together, it still is mixing a little bit. So the foundation will also have that color that I want in my face. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply this, if this ever unscrews. Apply it down here, over here, and over here. Okay. So now I'm gonna look a little orange, like like an actual orange, and I'm just gonna rub that in. Okay. Now, if you want to, you can use like a kind of like moist your toothbrush. So dip it under water, add some of that oil that I always tell you guys to add, the mineral oil that always helps to blend whatever you're trying to blend together. You're really not trying to blend the orange into your skin because it's never going to work. You're always still going to see orange. It might not look like it now, but you're always going to see that orange. So to use mineral oil and everything right now, you really don't need it. When you get to your foundations, then I would start using stuff that's going to help you blend all this together. But for me today, I'm just going to be using the water. And that is it. Okay? So that was first. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be using my foundation. Okay, now I get a lot of asked questions about, well, what foundation do you use and does it last all day? This is a 24-hour foundation. It does last all day. This is the best way I can kind of simplify this for you. If you put this on and you put some settings powder on, it will work. Any foundation usually that you have, it really doesn't last 24 hours. It stays on your face. Of course, the makeup is still there, but you're always going to touch your face. It's going to get on your hands. There's always going to be something. If you put that setting spray, it kind of sticks, and it will just stay. You'll look beautiful as you wake up and beautiful at the end of the day. Okay? I'm not saying that you all are not beautiful, because you guys are beautiful. Anyway, so I'm using the Pro Glow one. I love the matted one of L'Oreal, but I'm using Pro Glow today. And I am number 205 in it. Okay, it's kind of like a darker kind of color. A lot of people ask me what they just should do if they have a darker foundation than what their skin is. Well, if you notice that your rest of your skin is kind of like darker than your face, it's because a lot of the foundations that you guys and I use especially have, the sun stuff is sunscreen in it, and it always blocks out the sun for your face. That's why my face is always whiter than the rest of my body. But for this one, it doesn't have the sunscreen. I don't think it does. And even if it did, I just put a little bit on, and it kind of blends in with my actual skin tone. So I'll just go and plotch this on, and I'll also apply it onto my neck area because that's where you want to apply it on. Once you start doing your powders and stuff, you should be good with the applying foundation. Now, I just apply this everywhere, okay? Of course you gotta apply it everywhere. But I just apply this everywhere onto my face, okay? And it kind of just gives me that, like, that glow feeling I like. Now, I like glow, don't get me wrong. Sometimes this is just a little too much glow for me, just because I'm going to have this, and then if I do want to go put on my sun, what am I talking about sunscreen stuff? Blah. If I do want to go put on my highlighter, I'm going to have that extra glow. And I love to glow, but not love to glow. I do like my matte one better. But that's just to give you guys an idea of what the glow is like if you've never tried it. And if you've never tried the glow, you should definitely try it. It is really, really good, and I do love it, you know, besides that it glows all the time. Anyway, okay, so pretty much you're just going to finish up doing whatever you're doing here, and you are going to just keep blending in whatever you think still needs blending. That's what I do. I just kind of add it everywhere and just blend everywhere. So now I'm going to go ahead. You have your foundation, you have your color correct on, and of course your eyebrows. Anyways, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dip it in my MAC powder. Okay, I love this stuff. It is the same skin color as mine, that's why it looks a little pale. But I do love this stuff because even if you have a darker foundation, it blends it all out for you. It's also like a good setting one as well. I know a lot of you guys do the extra bake. That's if you want to. This will also help you as well with that and setting everything into place that you want to. This is like the easiest way I can tell you how to put on your foundation and to keep it to, you know, stay. Especially with that setting spray. Once you have that, it should be good. So, again, just anywhere you feel, make sure you apply this onto your neck. Wherever you applied your foundation, you want to apply this bad boy. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the favorite part that everybody loves and that everybody always asks me, contouring. I usually contour, if you watch my live videos, if you watch my other previous YouTube videos, I always contour with my cream contouring kit and the powder one. Today, because I am showing you what everybody has been asking me, how to keep the foundation, everything, sticking all night long, whatever, what I use, blah, blah, blah. I'm just using powder. I think powder is awesome to use if you're trying to do a quick, simple look. Now, if you love cream and you have to go with it, go with it. But that is when you would have to start putting your mineral oil or wetting your dabber or wetting whatever you need to do to get that to blend in nicely with the rest of your look. So for me, just to use some powder and put it on there and be happy, it lasts all day and I love it. It also blends in too with, you know, the rest of the look you're trying to do. So I'm going to be using my NYX kit or palette or whatever you want to call this. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, there's a bunch of colors. Which color do I use? You use whatever matches your skin color. So if this one you want to use one day and then you want to use this one day, you should try out all the colors and see what helps you. Now, a lot of people don't know that when you're going to do contouring, this is usually all the stuff you use. You know, you use this for your highlighter, you use this for under your eye, you use this for the bottom right here, so it gives you that little mwah. I don't use all of them. Just because, and I get that question a lot, why don't you use all the things in the thing, you know, like why? Well, because I don't want to. You know, I feel like sometimes it's way too much for me to use all of them. For me, if you wanted to do that nice, fancy contouring look like I've done in the past as well, I would use my cream, use some darker ones, apply that here, and then start baking, and that will uplift whatever you want to uplift. If you use this stuff, it's kind of not going to show right away. And it's always good to use powder to do your little uplifting part, okay, which everybody loves. So I usually just use this in this palette. I'm going to be using this today with this brush, and it's a no-name brush, and it's kind of slanted, and that's what I love about it, is because when I do go and I put it right here, it slants it for me, because when you do contouring and you do the darker part, you want it to kind of like go down onto your face, you know? You know? Because you want to, yeah, okay. Anyway, so I'm going to go in with this one right here, okay? Now, I usually go in with that one, but we're, like I said, playing around with different colors and stuff, and that's what I like to do. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to look like a okay, you want to go up in the hairline. A lot of people ask me, well, why do you go in your hairline? First off, I have dark hair. So if it gets in my hair, no one's really going to notice it. And the powder really doesn't go in your hair. It's, you know. And second off is that if I put it here, you're going to notice that I started to contour. And it's going to be too big of a contour. You want it to be a nice, skinny, flowing, blending kind of contour. So I make sure that it's in the hairline. So you don't see it here, but you see it here. And it kind of darkens up the side of my face. And that's what I like about doing it like that. A lot of people have different ways of doing it. Whatever works for you, go for it. If you want to play around and, hey, let me start it right here, go ahead, do it. You know, whatever works for you, just kind of do what you do, and that's it. So then again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just keep going like this. Okay, we're going to do the other cheek now. And you usually want to make the cheek and, you know, your little outline up here connect. A lot of people do the nose as well. If you would like to do the nose, you can go ahead. I would just put it right on the side right here. I don't really do my nose that much just because I don't like it too much. So that is what I would do for contouring. Now, if we wanted to go ahead and kind of go into the let's bake here and do this here, I'm just going to use the same one today because I can't find my other baker, right? Can't find it. Second time it got lost. I would just go ahead and I would pick this one right here. And I would just put this right under my eye. So... okay, and again, if you already have, like, how do you call it? My phone just keeps ringing. Everybody just keeps ringing. I don't know why. Anyways, if you have your concealer on and stuff, that will still look great on top of this little extra baking we're doing here. So go ahead, conceal up and bake. Conceal and bake. So this is pretty much what I do to keep my... you know, my look, my facial look kind of together. When you're dealing with eyeshadows and everything else, you kind of need more stuff. But this is what I do when I am going to go out and I need full coverage. I use my normal routine stuff and add a little bit of spray to it. And I use light stuff so it lasts longer. And if it didn't really want to last, then okay, but it still looks good and it still looks blended. So, I'm sorry that I am late again with my video. Kind of sucks. Who is this? Ugh. Okay. Brandon's always texting me. Anyways, so, I'm sorry I'm a little late again. I have been busy running around doing other things. Next week, I'm definitely going to do a cut crease. I've been waiting to do the cut crease because I have a new palette coming in that I want to use so bad and to do it. I have some colors in there that I really like. So I'm going to be doing that like that. And if it doesn't come by then I'm going to do the other look that I've been doing, and it's the Valentine's Day look. And that will be probably posted up on Friday. So let's pray and hope. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't